your cup and buckle up. This is and wine. Beach.
I
ASMR.
did a little clip of it.
Oh, so as we're gonna start the show, I think he kind of looking like you guys could.
Very sorry, not on topic.
It's giving very much bombastic side eye.
No. Criminal side.
Okay, y'all, that's for real.
And
Pull it together.
All right.
you know Jomilla gonna do it. Let's go, Jay.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh.
Child, my nails
Now
are
listen, you
up.
asking for too much in these pants.
Are we
I
leaning?
also had to adjust myself too. Grab your cup and buckle.
Wait, I was literally heaving right into the mic when you started that. I was like, it was not cute. At all.
Ooh.
So sorry about that. One more time.
Grab your cup
And buckle up.
This is and wine.
I was wondering if anybody was gonna say
And
anything.
wine.
Oh,
Let's
God.
do it again.
Okay.
I'm sipping my little water like it's something.
You're saying grab your cup?
Cheers.
You're going to say grab your cup, and we're going to come in behind
we're
that.
gonna have the little intro.
I'm probably gonna bypass. So just come back.
Yeah, we're just gonna cheers.
Oh,
And cheers.
okay.
Cheers.
I ain't
Can't
gonna
reach
drink. I
that.
got water. I'm not gonna disrespect the wine like that.
Is that Somalia? That's disrespectful to the wine.
I mean, that's why I'm clinking. Damn, you alright?
Your glass.
Okay, so I don't have my glasses on, and so therefore my depth perception
Damn.
is a little off.
I'm not the only
She was trying to put it on the floor, guys. Relax.
put it on the floor. I'm done. I need to drink some more. I need to get on y'all level because I'm not there yet.
Jeez.
I was going to have to call and have this house reupholstered because I was finna let wine everywhere.
Goodness gracious.
That shit was hard as fuck.
So a little about me.
good?
I'm a little heavy-handed.
A little about me.
A little.
Ooh.
I also can't see far away.
Okay.
Me either.
Oh my God. That's like literally my biggest fear about like apocalyptic situations is that like I'm not going to have enough context. I'm not going to last a week.
No, that is a fear of mine also, but not apocalyptic, but just like somebody coming after me or like being in danger and I can't see.
And I can't see. I'm out the
That is
game.
legit
blind.
fear.
That's
Oh, ho,
crazy.
blind.
No, I ain't that blind. Praise the Lord.
Blind.
Blind.
Because
Blind.
I just can't see far away.
No, I can't
Y'all,
see shit.
or
Remove
this
these
table. I didn't
contacts.
think that
I can't
table was
see.
that far.
Dink.
Like, you can't
Yeah,
see.
if you have
I kind of want to throw this pillow at you.
Thank the Lord. I'm getting LASIK though one day.
But
Oh,
like
my cousin
anything
got
like
it.
that,
She
like
loved it.
anything
She loves
dire, when I'm like, what would I do without contacts?
And so
I'm
this
done.
is bad because this is like our go-to person in the zombie apocalypse.
Exactly. And
I don't
I'm
know if
like,
you guys
I got freeze dry
do.
food,
And
but
you
I don't
don't
have a
even
contact
have-
You
supply.
need the glasses with the strap at the back.
Just for them cases.
The sports class.
Ain't going nowhere. Like, come on, y'all.
Straight goggle
Yeah,
glasses.
Put those in your bunker just in case, okay?
Put those in your bunker.
Yeah, put those in
real.
the go bag. Okay.
Oh my God, because self-love is admitting that you need help. Okay? And
It's
I need
doing
my
the
eye
hard
helpers.
things that you might not necessarily want to do.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
It's
No, for real,
self-acceptance.
No, that's something
No,
I've been
that really is
preaching since
self-love.
I
Yeah,
became
that's
Superwoman Joan. Like,
What is that?
self-love is also doing the things that are hard, like the adulting things that you don't necessarily want to do, like paying bills is self-care.
No, it
Yeah,
is.
because then you're going to be stressed when you don't pay them.
It is.
And then you're going to be looking
It is
outside like, damn, is that the tow
Is
truck?
that the
They
people?
coming for the car?
Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
no. That ain't my car.
Paranoid.
Because listen,
No.
I
Every
paid
little
my
beep,
rent
beep,
in
backing
full, and
up.
I'm just like,
What?
praise the Lord,
No
because now I'm no longer stressed, because
See?
that bill's paid.
But you guys probably should say hi to the people.
Oh.
Oh, hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
If y'all hadn't caught on, the topic
Sorry.
today is self-love.
Self-love.
Thank you so much for, the past 2 episodes and listening to us through the technical difficulties. But we got mics today.
Look at our new
Okay.
upgrade.
we got some new
Hello.
mics today.
Okay,
Giving-
Pope
yeah.
Productions.
It's Giving Real Podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
Getting real podcast.
But, Abigail, we got our good lovely girl Abigail here today.
Yes.
She's back.
Yappy with the fatty.
Yes.
Okay, y'all ready?
We ready for
This or that.
This
This
or that. This or that. This or that.
All right. So the first question is growth or security?
Oh, shit.
Growth or security? Growth.
I feel like I'm going to get security from my growth.
I knew somebody was going to do it.
Yep, I had to.
Growth or
Right?
security?
Right? Growth.
Jomilla?
Wait, we're not talking about like the dick growth.
Oh,
We're talking about like
Ma'am,
you grow,
no, we,
right?
A grower or a shower? That should be our next.
all right. Right.
I would choose growth as well.
Maya.
You have to grow.
You're right. Yeah, it's growth.
She wanted to say
I want to be.
security.
I do.
I can say it.
I want to just bypass the growth.
I mean,
and like just act like I've arrived to being like fully secure in some things. I'm like, girl, please pipe down. You're
Be
so
for real.
loud on camera.
Yeah.
Just say
So
growth.
for real.
Like, be so fucking for real. You're on camera. You did
Yeah.
it. Growth. Fine.
Okay, group hangout or one-on-one hangout?
Ooh.
I love a good group.
Yeah.
The more the merrier.
I don't do
But
group
a
often,
good kiki with your bitch.
But I do
Just
that
one-
often.
I need a one-on-one.
So I would say group because I'm always on like one-on-one.
That's how I feel. I'm
On my
always
blue comfy
one-on-one with my
couch.
friends, with my man. Like, I would love like a big group date,
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh.
Like when we went
That
out,
sounds
The different
fun.
dynamics,
fun.
you know? Like going bowling or
That sounds
something.
fun.
Yeah.
I love a good single kiki.
I don't know. I do a lot of group as is, so I'm gonna stay with group because that's my jam.
That is your
That's
jam.
You
my
are
jam.
popular
for different
though.
reasons.
Exactly.
You so cool. You outside. And
I mean,
You do be
you
out.
know,
you do be living life.
Thank you.
I guess it depends on the setting then, because I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
like a one-on-one because I don't want to hear the like, I had the crab cakes, I ain't had that, I'm not trying to. When it gets
Oh,
to
I don't
me,
wanna-
like,
I don't wanna
yeah.
fight.
I just
Yeah.
because
I don't wanna
groups
have
of
to
people
fight.
just piss me off.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
The
And you
right
like y'all
people,
doing too
though.
much.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to vacations.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
One-on-one vacations, for
One-on-one
sure.
vacays.
When you put it
Group
in that
brunches.
way.
Yeah.
We'll get into the next question.
Question: vacation or staycation?
Vacation.
Give me the.
I'm a
fuck
skate.
out
I'm an escape
Whatever
artist.
I can do.
of
Honestly, I don't care.
I'll take vacation.
I ain't picky.
Well,
I'm
okay,
taking
That's
the
what I'm
one.
really thinking.
I'm gonna get me up out of here.
That's
Give me
fair.
the
Just give me the
vacation,
vacation.
I
exactly.
want to leave.
That's fair.
I'm gonna say stay
You gotta go.
Really?
nowhere.
I do like vacation.
because
You
my life
travel
is
your life on the
vacation.
go.
Right.
I get tired of all that bullshit. Put me in the house.
And then do
Put
you
me in a
feel like you
hotel.
ever know the place you really live?
No.
Do you feel at home
it's
when you're
constantly
home?
growing.
It's like when
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
in my apartment, I'm
Changing.
fine.
Yeah.
But like stepping outside of my apartment, I'm like, okay, so who is that? What do we do here?
that a Whole
Oh,
Foods?
you want me to find you somewhere to go to brunch? Can't help you.
Oh.
Because I'm not
I don't know
there
what that
enough
is.
to
Yeah.
say like, yes, I love this place. No, I don't. I do have a favorite
yeah.
restaurant in Dallas though,
Hey.
and it is Black owned.
Okay.
Love
It's
that.
called Roots Southern Table. She is from Louisiana.
Ooh, I
Love
love
that.
this.
She's a black
Soul.
woman,
No, that's
obviously.
soul.
Love.
She does like Southern food, but has a twist. Like it'll have like an Asian twist to it. I can't really.
It was
Southern
like
food with
a
an
little
Asian
build
It's
up,
like
twist.
she
know what I
has
mean?
like a different
It was
little
giving a
twist
lot
on
to her,
everything.
okay.
Like there's
It's like a soul food egg
cornbread
roll.
that comes with like a
we love
smoked
a soul
honey
roll.
butter.
So wrong.
I got
Beautiful. There's greens.
Okay.
It's just, all I know
But
is
it's all really good.
when y'all get there, that's where we're going. That's just,
Facts.
Yeah, we
Okay.
do need to go visit.
Road
her.
trip to Dallas.
she also has a chicken shack.
We love a chicken
We
shack.
love a shack.
So
We
Yes,
love a
black
chicken shack.
woman. We love it.
love it.
Okay, Dallas trip.
Yeah.
And wine's on the road.
On the road.
Yes.
No, in real life.
Oh, that's it for this and
I
that.
like that.
White
Yeah,
folks.
yeah.
I'm
Abby,
putting
that's a good list.
okay,
Abby,
I'm putting
that's
it
a
in
good
the
list.
AI right now in my
Okay.
mind.
Okay,
All right.
get that
Not
moving.
mad.
All right. Was
All
that
right,
it?
the wine this week, winking out.
Shout
I
out
came
to
through
Aldi.
and brought the Aldi wine.
Yes.
Because that is my jam.
Aldi. I always say it wrong. I always say Aldi.
I said it Aldi like
Aldi.
Mayree do.
Aldi.
Why do I say it like that?
Water brought to you by Pure
Aldi.
Life.
Aldi.
Water brought to you by Pure Life.
I need to put my
Nestle, I
bracelets on my other side, don't I?
Coke.
It's a perfect little everyday sangria. That's the one I doctor
is
up
nice.
to like the full.
With the fruits and things.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that you was talking about last week for last.
Yeah, but I'm like, I couldn't do that today. I got to drive back.
We need the recipe.
You got to lay down after that.
Ooh. I love a good lay down
Look.
girl. Okay.
Look. So
trying to
beautiful.
dance.
Shout out to Aldi because it's like $3-4, girl.
Ooh,
Buy
yes.
several.
Uh-huh.
That is so good.
And I'm going grocery shopping today. Say
Buy
less.
several.
They close.
But if
early,
you go to,
though.
what is that, Trader Joe's?
They do.
They have an almond champagne.
I'm gonna have to wait then.
And I've tried it.
Is it Trader Joe's?
You told us about
Yeah.
that.
Wait a minute, because I
Is
can
that
go
the
there
right
today.
one? I never
too.
go get it, and I talk
It's
about it all
so
the time. but I'm
good.
like,
Let me tell you about
It's
Tradarius
so
Joe. Because I went last week.
Tradarius!
Listen, y'all.
Why do black people
Black
always
people always
gotta
gotta
do
do
The
that.
cinnamon roll granola with the yogurt drizzle
Cinnamon
is
roll granola.
crack. Okay.
I saw people buying
The
that.
girly, the
What
Trader
is it? It's
Joe.
a pastry?
No,
It's
it's
granola.
granola.
Oh.
So I'm in the Trader Joe girly group or whatever.
Mhm.
They never found me because when I couldn't find it the other week when I went, but then I went this past week. Y'all, that shit's so good. I ate the whole bag.
It's just a
Oh.
granola mix.
It's
Like
because I just
clusters.
cluster
Okay.
granola. Like if you're a yogurt person or whatever, acai bowl, you probably would love it on that. But it's cinnamon roll It's got just like this light yogurt drizzle.
Can I put it in some milk? Can I have it in cereal?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, why
I don't
do
like
they
milk
cereal?
at all of no form, shape, or fashion, but I could see that working. Yes.
Okay,
I'm
I'm gonna do
gonna
that.
It would give
I'm gonna do that.
good cereal.
Wait
Yes.
till I get home.
And the salmon. Mm-hmm. You
Then
heard
the
it from me.
salmon.
The salmon with the little egg, the little
Egg.
butter on top.
It's
little
the egg part.
dollops.
Garlic.
Like the little gun
It's
butter.
lemon butter.
Oh.
And it's a game changer because I make the same recipe with it, and sometimes I use it like a regular salmon and a lemon butter. It's definitely the Trader Joe's butter. Butter. It's definitely butter. I collect butters.
I love butter.
I have like 8 butters right now, but we can talk about that later.
What?
Yeah.
We shall talk about that later.
She is a
Okay.
special boring. I see what you mean.
There it is. There it is. Collect butters. You missed that conversation.
Who
Yes.
collects butters?
Oh my god.
I collect a
love
lot of
you,
things.
Mayree.
Markers, butters, Post-its. I have like 300 Post-its.
I do love office
I
supplies.
do like
Oh my god. We
I'm
should
thinking
go
about
shopping.
postcards.
Office Max date. Oh.
Collect?
That is
That's a girl
self-care.
savvy.
That is self-care. Buying like office supplies. Oh.
That is, I love that actually.
Yes. And okay, home, like who enjoys cleaning their house? Because that is like a thing for me. Like
It's self-care.
Every morning, I start my morning with ease, and part of that is like folding up all the 5
gotta
blankets
put a
on my couch.
So you have a routine.
Yeah, girl.
That's a part of
Oh,
self-care.
see,
Yeah.
I don't have a routine.
I don't have a routine.
I
Every
have
day's
quite a few
different.
routines,
I need
but
to get like
I think
that,
it's because
though.
I got ADHD. I've diagnosed myself with that, and thanks to TikTok.
No, thank you for all my neurodivergence.
I thought I had
Yes.
ADHD, but really
Definitely
it's
down that
anxiety.
rabbit hole.
Look.
Yeah.
Never coming
Post-it
back.
says in sticky notes.
Huh?
Yeah, she's still there.
Huh? Yeah.
I have so many. Somebody bought me a school bus full of them. I just opened
A
it.
school bus.
It's a school bus,
I bet that's adorable.
and it's got all different color Post-its.
See, I
Like
need
the
an
ones that
office
come in
for
a
that.
3-pack. That's what you're talking about.
Why?
That people put on their mirror.
I have so many. They're
I
different
don't like them on the
shades.
mirror. That makes me kind of mad actually.
Oh my god, I
I
love
never
that. You would
thought
hate
to
it in my
collect
house.
that.
Do you?
Yeah, I
You
have
hate
graph
it. Is it too
ones,
many?
like graph paper ones.
No.
Do you read them all every day?
Well, I used to in my old apartment. I did.
I
Okay,
read
but
it
I was going
sometimes.
through my healing,
I'm not
right?
mad at that.
So I wrote "worthy" with lipstick on my mirror, right? Because
Okay, I'm here
it's
for
not
it.
coming off easily. And then I had
It's
about
not. It's really
I
not.
had about
I did
10
that
to
once.
15 sticky notes, but it was a massive mirror, so
Okay.
it didn't look like a lot. But since I moved in, I've only have one,
Okay.
So
and it says "you got it."
Growth.
You
and you
got
do.
it.
do you have a routine, Angie?
What we talking about?
A routine.
For which stuff?
Your
Like
life,
a morning
anything.
routine, a night routine.
Oh yeah.
You do?
I got a skincare routine.
Yeah.
I have
That's
a
a
skin
routine.
That's,
That's
the-
self-care.
that's the
That's
only
what I
kind of
said.
routine
That's
I
the routine
have.
I
But
do.
I do like eventually want to have a nighttime routine and a daytime routine. Like you just said, you wake up every morning, you clean up. Like I want to get like that.
I have a nighttime routine too.
It's important.
But
It
I don't
is.
sleep
Yeah.
well.
Keep you on
So
I think I struggle when I try to make a routine and it's not coming together or there's too many factors. Like now I have 2 small kids in my house. And it's like, you're not on schedule. Like it's impossible to put them not on a routine.
yeah.
But when things come up in the morning, you're like, well, they got shot.
Kids can have routines,
I
though.
I
daughter
enjoy
has a
now
routine.
rolling with the flow.
Yeah.
Like
My
I do
daughter-
what I have to do in the evenings. Like I guess I have a night routine because I know from jump we're just whatever comes up comes up.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I asked that because I wanted to see what y'all self-care like activities or like practices are, because I know that self-care is more than just bubble baths and facials, but that is a part of like practicing self-care. So I was just trying to see, I feel like for you said your routine, cleaning, that's part of your self-care. I
I
just
have
wanted
self-care
to
rituals, I think. But
Ooh. Go on.
it's because I have like you said, morning routine, a night routine. But as far as self-care, as far back as I can remember, even like being a little girl, Sundays was like my day. I used to call it "Put Yourself Back Together Day."
Okay.
So like back then,
gonna
it
ask you
was
that today.
taking a shower and like maybe shaving. I mean, what was you really doing in middle school? But like
Right.
as I've gotten older, that day has kind of evolved where I might do a facial. I might be the day I wash my hair. I used to do my own mani pedis, so just stuff like that. Now, Sunday is the day, like I said earlier. Self-care is sometimes doing the things you don't want to do or like the adulting kind of administrative tasks of your life.
discipline.
So that's my Sunday is I'll plan.
I feel you though. I feel
No, but
you.
for real, because adulting
But
sucks.
it is. It really is.
I have a calendar. I have 2 calendars in my office at home, and so I'll update my calendar. If I'll make a checklist of everything I need to do that week. I have to see it and check it off. What else? Yeah, it's just a lot of routines built into one larger routine, but everything's kind of ritualistic because I do it all the time. Like, we talk about journaling a lot, I feel like. So, sometimes I get out of the, like, journaling vibe, but I'll do voice recordings instead. So, yeah.
All right, what about you, Maya?
That was adorable.
Thank you. I'm a little old lady. I'm 52.
She's goals, though. She's goals. I'm over here, like, taking notes.
I know that I lack a lot of like routine and discipline in that regard, and that's immediately why I hack, because I'm just like, oh, a habit, can't keep a habit. Like
That's real though.
And I love a journal. I love office supplies. Like I'll start something like that, really get into it for a certain period, and then I'm just 1 or 2 days off of any kind of schedule or habit. I'm just like, I failed, and it's not that dramatic. Like I don't get upset about it, but I'm just like, well, that's over.
Right. That was cool.
On to the next habit.
Right.
Maybe we'll do, like, you remember those dot journal things?
Oh yeah, I'm
Loved it. Had
definitely
like
a dot
40
journaler
going
graph.
at once.
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't know what the hell that shit means now.
bullet journal talk. Hell
Bullet,
yeah.
there it is, bullet journals. Like,
Hell yeah.
Loved it. I don't have that. My one moment is, don't have any of those
I
things.
collect those too.
I don't.
Guys.
And my problem is I write very fast.
That
And
too.
if I make a mistake or if I don't like what my
you
handwriting
wanna rip it
shifted
out.
to, now I'm over it. And I have probably 3 or 4 different styles of handwriting because I was a history major, so I'm quick to dictation. But like if I'm really trying to get something out, I'm trying to slow down. Eventually I get too emotional in my writing, and now I'm like, and that just scares me. I'm like, all right, well, don't want that page anymore, you know? So, or it's like, you see the people that highlight really neatly?
I want to be one of those. For sure.
Just so satisfying. I'm just not that girl.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
that
also
girl.
collect highlighters.
My self-care, my carved out time that I give myself is definitely in skincare. This is a very hormonal time. Don't look at me. But
Felt.
I love in general the bathroom. Like I have brothers, so the bathroom was always one place you could get away from everybody. So I don't have to be doing anything in there.
I feel you.
But if you will just leave me to sit in the bathroom,
I'll be sitting.
completely
laying.
reset.
On my iPad.
Don't judge me.
Look, knee sleep.
Laying on the floor.
Look, wherever, because
He's
my
gone
bathroom's very
numb.
clean.
I'm
Our
so glad I'm not
bathroom's
alone.
big. No, like we've got those like memory foam mats.
Yeah.
Girl, I'll be sitting on the side of the tub, laying on the mats. I'll bring the dog in there, read a couple pages of a book. Like I just like the bathroom.
Me too.
not mad at
I
that.
like the bathroom, so it's like
I love that.
I love skincare. Was that me? Sorry. No,
I don't know what happened.
you didn't hear that? Here, your eye.
Could be not.
I love skincare in general, but like
Same.
I have a lot of those like not even high dollar, but like a UV light mask, and I just do it at home. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
I'm like, if I'm in the bathroom, just leave me be. That's
Yes.
probably my biggest safe zone or safe space or reset kind of time for myself. But no, I don't have routine. I clean out of when I'm cleaning, that's probably my processing time more than anything else. So I enjoy cleaning because then I get to replay it or make my next plans or whatever the next thing is. But no, I always wish I had like the vlog life that's like up at 7.
Oh hell
Today I am beautiful.
no.
You know what I mean? Makes matcha tea. Now I sit for 10 minutes in my phone. No.
Now that's
No.
that's the part that I try to.
I
listen,
smoke a
can't
joint and I
stick
read a
to.
devotional.
But
That part.
I think that's a part of self-love too, is that being aware of who you are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
saying just like, maybe that doesn't work for me. Maybe that is something that I'm trying to be, but at the time, like, that's just not me, and that's
Yeah,
okay.
That's okay.
Awareness
so I give
is
myself
self-love.
that kind of grace too.
Of
That
course.
like that 15 minutes, smoke a shorty, read a devotional, meditate through that. Like I'm back on game.
That's after we fold the blankets.
That's after we fold the blankets.
I'm a vloggy girl.
Check,
I ain't
check,
gonna hold y'all.
You know what?
I'm a I'm a vloggy girl.
She is.
I know, and I
girl.
love it. I envy
It's so
your life.
cute.
I'm
We
a
love
vloggy
it.
girl. So I have an
like
alarm
the gym
set.
vid.
What's that song? Okay.
I love the
Hello.
gym vid every day.
Hello.
It
That's
gives.
that's me right there. What's that song? And I rise up.
Andre Day.
Na, 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 na. So that goes off at 5:30 every morning. Every single morning
5:30.
except Sunday. It goes off every morning, 5:30. And then from 5:30 to 7:05, which is when my phone goes off of Do Not Disturb and it has my next alarm because Do not disturb is self-care for me, okay? My phone is constant.
Ooh.
There's literally 6 hours out of the day that my phone is not on do not disturb because don't disturb me. I don't like it. Anyway. But from 5:30 to 7:05 is my special time. So I can lay in the bed and talk to myself if I want to. I can binge watch something on Netflix if I want to on my iPad because I don't have a TV in my room because I don't believe in that.
Ooh,
I can
okay.
scroll on social media if I want to. I'm probably not going to make any phone calls, but if I want to, I can do that. That time is my time. I don't have to leave the bed. I don't have to do anything. But as soon as 7:05 hits and that alarm is going off and it's annoying on my iPhone.
Do you go back to sleep?
So if I go back to sleep, then I'm off.
Okay.
Because that's not special to me.
Okay.
Like, for one, I'm going to get my 8 hours. So that's going to happen regardless. So now that I've gone to sleep, that means something is wrong with me. Like, I'm sad about something. I'm stressed out. I'm trying to avoid something because I went back to sleep. Even though people say, like, scrolling on social media can be the same type of thing, for me, it's sleep. That's it. That's a wrap.
Okay. That's your avoidance.
Yeah. So 7:05, once it goes off, that's when I need... This is only for my off days because if I'm at work, that's a different story. But at 7:05, once that goes off, it's time for me to, hey, Lord, this is how I'm feeling right now. What's up? I'm going to read because right now I'm in 1 Corinthians. So I'm just kind of reading through. I read a chapter a day. I reflect on it. We write it out. We'll probably write whatever our dream was, reflect on that, see whatever that's about. And then after that, we're up and we got to go in the bathroom and do the face. Because I don't know, there's something about washing dishes with a dirty face. I know how that sounds, but I can't do it.
I'm skincare first thing.
I can't talk to you.
Well, I mean, I
with
guess
a
I
dirty
do
face.
all that before I go wash dishes. I wash my face.
It's me
Yeah,
first.
it's
Because
me first.
that's what I do
Exactly.
after the
I just got to
couch.
do a little, you know what I mean? And then we go in there, cut on our little Keurig or an espresso or a French
Yes.
press and get our
wanna
decaf
be one of
coffee.
those.
Come on, I'm like, look,
She's so regimented. I love it.
accoutrements.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. We do our decaf coffee in the morning and then we just go on about our day.
Decaf. You're
Yes.
amazing. You're
Yes.
amazing.
I don't do caffeine until about 2.
What?
It makes sense because you have that crash.
Exactly. You're
You
not
don't have to
supposed to
crash
have
too
caffeine
early.
that early.
Uh-uh.
Your body, you're literally waking up. So your rhythm is like, okay, the sun is up now. That's why I'm supposed to be up. That's where you're getting your energy from. You sleep in
Your
the
body is
sun.
literally on a routine. You sleep at night every night, right?
Do
Do I?
You
Do
sleep
they?
at night.
I went to sleep alone.
But
to
you
go to bed.
sleep because
6
your body
a.m.
recognizes that it has
dark
to
outside,
rest.
it's time
and
to
it's
rest.
dark. It's
Yeah.
time to rest. Your body is on a circadian rhythm, whether
Yep.
you want to admit it or not.
Yeah.
Like your
But
body
That's it.
is on a routine. So why not follow that same, routine?
So you're
So
not
you
supposed
drink
to
your
have
caffeine in the afternoon to keep
Yeah,
you through the
which
end
is
of
when
the
you're
day.
supposed to. Because if
Well,
you drink it
I try to
earlier
do
in the
that.
day, besides the addictive part.
Well, that means I need to cut back on caffeine because I do too much too late in the day, I think. Because I'll drink mine about 10, 11 a.m. And I try to drink like water and
That's okay.
nibble on something first before I put caffeine on my stomach.
That's right.
But then I'm up all night.
Wait a minute. 10 or
How?
11 a.m.
That's early still.
That's still early.
Girl, I went to sleep at 6 a.m.
Okay, maybe you don't need caffeine.
Oh Lord. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, we gave her some judging just now. We sorry, but,
But you know, like coffee is usually to
could not
keep
sleep.
you through that after lunch.
Mm-hmm.
After
makes
lunch you
sense.
want to go back to sleep. You get the
supposed to
itis or
pick you
whatever.
back
But
up.
it's
I ain't got no
supposed to
job.
a pick me up. But I'm saying,
Damn, but you ain't got no job.
I drink kombucha for breakfast. I don't know.
but in the job force, that's usually what the coffee
Yeah,
is for, to keep
that
you
makes sense.
awake to like
You
your
ain't got no
5
job
o'clock
for
time.
Did we
Don't
all
look
know
at me.
this?
I don't know.
Okay, you ain't got no job.
I got a job.
You got a job.
She got a job.
I thought you ain't had no job.
I did
I thought
for a
you
while.
had a job.
She got jobs.
She got hella
She got
jobs.
jobs.
She has a career.
She's got contracts and things.
Yes.
We'll talk about it later.
Things to do.
Okay.
I mean, I'm paid.
She's
but
an
I'm-
entrepreneur.
Well, that's all I care
I
about.
have no job.
She's an entrepreneur.
That's all that matters. Is that you're paid and your bills are paid.
Yeah.
Self care. Okay, that's all we care about. I ain't trying to be.
But no, I really don't. Like I don't. So like.
But do you think that your routine is mainly because you have to be on one because of your job? Or do you think that's something you would do regardless if you had that job or not?
That sounds real cute, but no, I do it regardless because I was pretty much doing the same type of thing before.
I feel like you have to be that kind of person to have that kind of job. I don't feel like the
Yeah.
job makes you that.
That's
Are
very
you
true.
comfortable with saying what you do?
Oh yeah, I'm fighting center for the biggest.
Okay, because I'm
What's
like,
up?
this sounds like you were like a stripper or a prostitute. And I'm like, you might want to clear this
Right.
up.
A prostitute
Well,
on
you
a
have to have that kind
Right.
of job.
Right, like,
Every day you
girl.
need to reaffirm yourself after you just slutted
Right,
that
after
pussy
you
out,
just-
you know. But No, actually, she's a flight attendant. She's a nice lady.
I didn't think that at all. That's
Right.
But it's somebody that
nobody
doesn't know
went
is
there.
watching us.
I don't think
anybody went there.
Nobody went there.
It made it sound like her job. I don't know. It sounded so
They thinking
elusive
of a
and like
Well, what I was
after
gonna say
what you
was,
do, I'm like,
I
what
had
the
a-
hell do?
I had a friend that was a flight attendant and like in college. Well, my college friend group. And so we were like very supportive of her, and it was just so regimented. It was so much.
That's
and I
what
was
I'm
just like,
saying.
but she was already that kind of person. I was
Okay.
like, I could.
So that kind of person
Yeah,
thrives in
sorry.
that kind of job.
Yeah, but so
That's
that's what
funny,
I was
'cause I'm
saying
late
about me not
everywhere.
like having to go to work every day.
But you be on time for work.
Mine is a little more relaxed.
Okay.
My
It's because you got a
schedule.
routine. You don't have a routine for everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, because
It
I'm
makes
late
sense.
everywhere.
It makes sense.
Yeah, and see, I'm a very punctual person.
Sorry.
Yeah, like that's one thing people know about. I'm a very punctual person, but I think, but look how it differs. Like she's very regimented, but she's always late. I'm a very punctual person, but I don't have to go to work every day, so I don't have a schedule, and so my days are just kind of whatever I want them to be.
I have a schedule when I have to have a schedule.
Yeah.
So when I was working the work from home job, I would set alarms
Yeah,
to wake up, give myself enough time to make breakfast, make tea. Every time I had a break, every time I'm switching over from messaging to chat, like I had an alarm set because I'm not the type of person that's just gonna look or just know when it's time. But as far as like a routine for me, that's something that I'm striving to do. That's something that I'm working on because I do kind of adapt. I'm a Pisces, I'm a fish, so I adapt to my surroundings. So now I have a new job and I'm going to be starting working like 8 o'clock in the morning, ended at 4. So I'm going to try to make a routine around that schedule.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
that makes sense. I'm a 9 to 5 girly on Saturdays. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm back into like the workforce or whatever. So
Yeah.
Welcome. If that's where you want to be. Welcome.
yeah, I mean, I'm happy about it.
Okay.
Like
I like having a schedule in that regard. Like I'm back to work to the step. I love an early.
it
work
kind of
schedule.
forces you.
Yeah, I love if I'm gonna work. I want to work as early as I can. So I'm a 7 to 3 person.
Yes.
yeah,
but
That's
feel
that's
that.
great too.
In and
8 to
out.
4 is
So then it's like my
Good for me.
evenings are very much go with the flow, lackadaisical, kids on summer break, like we do what we want. But that little window in the evening of like everyone's lunch and snacks for tomorrow's gets made, my own included.
I love that kind of stuff.
I love that. That
too.
routine I do enjoy. Like, but
I want to make.
Other than that, it's
sandwiches that look
chaos.
like
and my
animals.
daughter's starting daycare, so I'm gonna have to do
Animal
that
toothpick.
stuff.
Wow.
And kids will force you to have a schedule too, because when she's in
Everybody's color
school,
coordinated like
Man.
foxes.
I do have to
Kids
make
will
lunches
force
at
you
night.
to
I
keep
do
a
have to put her
schedule.
clothes out at night, like do stuff like that. So it's like I guess I do have a routine, but it's only
I
when I,
feel
have to. When she's
the
out of
routine-
school,
But
I'm
that
not
works
really
for
doing
you.
that.
the routine though, I feel like comes in what's required of my care or
Right.
my attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then when I'm asked about how do I care for myself, I don't know, and I'm kind of disappointed by that, right?
Oh, that's
Because
really
it's like
sad.
I love this nurturing aspect. I love like you got to school and you had a little panda bear on your strawberries. I don't know, it's stupid shit. Like
Oh, that's cute.
you had a moment, but like
What about you?
What
you
about
know what
me?
did I
Where's
do
my
for
moment?
me? You know what I mean? So it's like you have to be
Yeah.
mindful. I think it's so easy when we talk about self-care, especially as like moms and bonus moms or any situation. You pour. It can be, you know, the 15, 20, wherever you're finding the solitude, but like who's pouring back into you or what do you do for yourself?
And that's why I say
That's what I think is
routine
really
is
hard
important.
about self-care.
And routine is a part of self-care because if you dedicate, you say like Angie says, like I have this time and this time to do what I want to do every single day. That's where I say like the routine is important in self-care, or how it can be a part of self-care, because sometimes you forget about yourself when you're doing the stuff that you have to do.
Yes, because I forget to eat.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I feel like we can all learn from each other and learn from our routines, learn from things that we do, and kind of incorporate that, because you do forget about yourself sometimes. And I also want to ask y'all, when did y'all start doing these things? I know you said you started young, but for y'all, did y'all always do this type of things, or was it something that you learned later on in life? Like the self-care journey, the self-love journey, did that start early for you, or was that something that came later 20s?
I don't really think I had a name for it, if we're gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
I didn't
think,
have a name for it, for
right?
sure.
I think some of it was just what my parents were making me do,
Yeah.
and then I realized, like, damn, I actually fuck with this. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's smart. Let's
lot
do
of
that.
unlearning.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna throw that out
Yeah.
because that's a little So I think for me,
That's a journey, though.
it was from what they taught me, and then when I moved out on my own, I think that was like a big thing. Because for the longest time, I know for me, I had this realization not too long ago, so I'm just going to give it to y'all. But I was like, I realized for a long time, I was fighting just to like be okay. And I think for the longest time, I was trying to figure out what was making me feel okay, which was usually the stuff that my parents taught me to do that I actually fucked with.
Okay.
So I think for me, it was when I moved out for real. So 21 was when I had a name for it. Because it's like, I'm tired of fighting. Fuck, I feel like Sophia out here. I'm tired. All my fucking life. So I'm going to say 21
So when you
officially.
moved out on your own,
yeah.
21. Okay.
So for the past 10 years, I've been doing that.
Ma'am.
I think the same for me when I moved out on my own because, like you said, it's just learning you for you. Well, I won't say that. My self-love journey came after a really bad relationship. I will say that. Let me not be lying on here. Moving out helped it kind of just move forward, and I just want to say that self-love is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You're going to continue learning yourself. You're going to continue adapting, and self-love is learning yourself and loving yourself. So it's not that I just moved out and finally love myself, but it's just helped me learn myself and love myself even more.
Yeah.
And I always hate the phrase when people be like, if you know better, you do better. Because it's like, just because I learned about self-love doesn't mean it was like a simultaneous change and I was just like, oh, I love myself. Like, no, if you love...
You have to fall in love with yourself.
Yes, if you know better, then you will eventually do better. But like I said, it's a process, it's a journey, it's understanding. It's not just knowing. Because you can read something. You know how in school they would test us on reading and comprehension. You can read something and now I know something that I didn't know before, but until you really comprehend it, you really understand it, you really practice it, then that's like, So I feel like
no, seriously,
the self-love journey started for me after the relationship, but then the understanding, the comprehension, understanding what I need to do, what I need to cut off, what I need to tell myself, the affirmations, like the practices, that all came after I moved out my mother's house. So,
I felt that.
And that didn't really happen until like my middle 20s and stuff. The relationship and then moving out from him and moving on my own. So I feel like this is still kind of new to me. But like I said, it's a marathon.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nipsey.
That's a word though, because I don't think you're ever... Like, did you read that Michelle Obama book, The Becoming one?
Girl,
like, you're just always
becoming,
always changing. And it's like, I have a very weird connection to the Adele albums. 19, 21,
so
25,
Yes.
30. And all of those years, as those albums arrived, as I was reflecting on the year, because we're the same age, that I'm like, yeah, that was the year. So that's why I said you have to fall in love with yourself and these versions of yourself over and over again. And extend yourself more grace than you give, the world. Because I can think of like learning really great skills, right? Of like putting myself first. But then it would take me falling apart in some other area to have to understand boundaries or, leaning into my gifts or, just different phases of yourself. And I just think it's really important to hear other women admit like, no, I have to love her over and over again.
Yeah.
Even when I lose my habits and I fall off my routines, I have to love her over and over again. And I think it's really important to admit so many of us had to find ourselves behind already having given part of ourselves away, right? Like this brokenness that comes with relationships when you're like, I didn't even know myself yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is a million sticky notes on the mirror, right? It's constant reminders.
Yeah.
And it's simple to say like, oh, we need routines, we need disciplines. You need to decide for yourself, what do I mean to myself? What am I willing to give her? Right? For me,
that's the first step.
It's the 2 hours that I will spend at the nail shop. And people are like, well, that's just a vanity. That's what you do for other people. I don't do this for you. I go because for 2 hours, I can't use my hands. And someone rubs my feet. And then I happen to leave extra cute.
Feeling refreshed.
You know what I mean? But that was a couple glasses of wine. I couldn't scroll social
couple,
media.
girl, where you go?
I had to watch whatever Chinese movie we was watching at the salon, whatever cooking show. You know what I mean? But completely unplugged 2 hours.
Yeah.
Escape.
Right? So I was sitting here thinking, like, what do you do? I take a nap. I take a nap because all of my energy belongs to everyone around me the majority of the time. So what I can always give myself is rest. Like,
I love
it
naps.
works. You know what I mean? So I think some people journal, and some of these tangible aesthetics are so quick to adapt to or quick to request because they're cute, right? You can post it. You can show people. Nobody wants to see me take a nap. That nap get ugly, boy. I put it down. Like, don't nobody see me with my bonnet on and lay on my couch. Like, yo. But you do want to see how you journal. You know what I mean? How you process. But, like, understand yourself enough to love her well. That would be my only advice.
And it gets deeper than that too, because it gets ugly when you're like trying to love yourself and embrace all the good and bad parts of yourself. Like, maybe I'm not who I thought I was, and I feel like for me it was a lot of unlearning, like you said, with your parents. I was definitely a people pleaser. I was definitely codependent, and probably shouldn't have been in that relationship that I was in the first place. But because I was codependent, I was losing myself. I was believing what other people said about me or thought about me, and kind of like living in that instead of taking the time to just really
listen to my own narrative,
figure out who I was, you know? So when it comes to stuff like that, like bad relationships, you can't always blame like the other person.
No.
Sometimes it's really like, well, you didn't love yourself,
You
so
did
why
not
the
love
heck you think
yourself.
they was gonna love
or
you?
respect you
Because
as well
self-love
either.
is accountability.
But
It
that's
is.
the
Accountability
growth
to yourself.
that leads to security.
Yeah,
You had to give yourself away.
Yeah.
You had to lose your mind.
I did.
You know what I mean? Like, and it sucks
Lose
because
your mind to find a peace of mind. It's
I love that
crazy.
song. I love
Yes.
that. Like, but and I hate that though, because I think that's often the narrative we sell to young black girls. Is, oh girl, you're gonna have to fall apart a few more times
don't
before
have
you
to.
ever figure it out. But why don't we just teach her to learn herself?
You can start early.
You know what I mean? And start earlier. And that's what I think you're giving your daughter.
Yeah.
It's definitely what I'm trying to give my bonus. Like, so.
But our parents made it not have been able to do that.
Exactly. So, like,
So.
this work at this level, we're very young. You know what I mean? But what we'll give our daughters, they won't struggle like this.
I really hope
You know what I
not.
mean? It won't. They're gonna need new music because like that we were no more drama. Like
Yeah.
they won't know the drama. Like
Yes, Lord.
you know what I mean though?
Yes.
That's why I'm like it's definable. We can do this, and this is the work that people are like, you know, you just have to do the work, but you really have to do the work.
No, you really
do.
have to.
The shadow.
And that
really
means being
have to
honest
straight
with
up.
yourself. Like, you gotta have real nigga conversations with yourself.
With yourself
Like,
at 5:30 in the morning in the dark.
And quit blaming other people
man,
and
'Cause
just taking accountability.
always ask
like you
yourself,
said.
what? And I laugh because I had this therapist when I was in college that said that to me. It made me very upset. But it's something that I ask myself now. Like, what do you think you did to have caused that? Or how did you contribute to that?
I know you was like,
I didn't do
ma'am,
anything. I'm
ma'am,
perfect."
mind your business.
Well, in this
Nobody
case, she was dead
asked.
ass wrong for asking me that. We'll talk about it later. But that is something that I learned from. It's like in a situation when you're holding yourself accountable, like, what is it that I think maybe I can do just a little bit different, you know?
Own it.
And the next step is to forgive yourself.
And that's, I think, where we have trouble as black women is allowing ourselves the space to like make a mistake
Yeah.
and forgive ourselves for it. That's self-care too.
But you have to love yourself unconditionally.
Yeah. Cause me, Mary, Ashley, and all her other personalities, like, we cool like that.
It's like, shoot,
No,
I
these my
made the
homegirls.
mistakes. I
These
owned them.
my
I learned from them.
homegirls.
I moved on. It's okay. I won't try to make them again.
That's real.
Some of them I definitely won't make again.
But I appreciate every mistake, every scar, every
Heck yeah.
bad choice. I would not be the wiser, right? And it's the comprehension. You had to burn in your hand a couple of times before you really believed that shit was hot.
Every time it's gonna happen.
You know what I mean? You had to test that man a few more times before you realized he
You had to
ain't
be
no
young
good
and
for me.
dumb to
You know
be
what I mean?
old and wise.
You might have to
Be
be
old
old at his
and
door with
wise.
your gun and beat on it like Diamond, but
Look,
And you
know.
see the same patterns in like when it comes to like dating and like friendships.
Yes.
You're like, oh well, they're different, but you saw them signs.
Same stranger,
And
baby.
They look the same, but they was different.
The
You
red flags
know.
is the same. And
Same
it's
flag.
because
Be
you
for
haven't done
real.
the work.
Yeah.
You
on
ain't done the
yourself.
work, and it's just
So
gonna
you
keep
keep
attracting
pulling
the
from-
same thing.
Hello.
I'm proud of us. I'm
Yes.
proud of us. Because everybody, it's a constant journey. Nobody's gonna sit on this couch and be like, "Oh, girl, I'm totally healed, living great,
No,
love
you're
her."
never
Like,
totally healed.
You're never there. You're just it's okay. Someone watching this, it has not admitted to themselves like, "Oh, I will always be working with her." Yes, get good with your homegirl.
Get into it with your star
person.
player, baby.
It's
Like,
your person.
It's yours. No one else is gonna love her right, so you have to love her first.
Is that your advice, Maya?
Oh God,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
I fall in
Okay.
love with me constantly.
Okay.
In every version of myself, at time and time again. My best advice is to find things you like about yourself, celebrate them constantly, and really fall in love with yourself. No one can tell me anything about Maya. I adore her.
Period.
I know that's right.
It's interesting about falling in love with yourself, because being able to do that, because we have different versions, mean you also have to be able to mourn your old versions. And I just started doing that.
wine.
Okay.
I just started doing that last
Put
year
some plates
with
at the back of the door.
with
so
therapy.
Don't take them off.
I remember being in there and
Stay
I
on
was
it.
so angry in therapy because I'm like, what the fuck? Who am I? Why am I here? Who has a nervous breakdown? Why am I here? You know what I mean? Like, I was pissed because I'm like, I'm big motherfucking Ange. What do you mean?
Right. That's incomprehensible.
What do
Like,
you mean? Right? And then the therapist was like, who is Big Ange?
Who is this
And I'm
person?
like,
Please
first
show
off,
me Big Ange.
bitch.
Who is you? Who the fuck is you?
The fuck do you mean? Right?
Big
And
homie
she
in
was
your
like, okay,
presence.
well, give me some like characteristics. And I started thinking about this stuff, and I'm like, I'm not that girl anymore. And I was very sad because I'm like, I miss that girl. Yeah. I miss just saying fuck it and acting like I actually mean it. In real life, I didn't. But it's like being able to let go of her. I was able to find this girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, this bitch here. Wow.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Wow. It's like that. Y'all saw that little meme
Elevation.
where it's supposed to be Jesus and a kid, and the kid is holding on to a little bitty bear.
Yes.
That's kind of how I feel. Like, I was holding on to this person, this whole
small
persona,
ego.
this shit, this person, this
Thinking
that
it
came
was
with
so
all
big.
of these extra people around her. And it's like,
Oh, girl, I
that
felt
doesn't
that.
even matter.
Yes.
Those people don't matter. I couldn't even love
Straight.
myself
Come
around
on.
these people because no one is even able to tell me what love is.
You weren't even
Because
your
I didn't
real
even know.
self
You know what I
around
mean?
them.
Damn, I'm getting.
I
That's a
felt
word.
that.
No,
that's
that's a
a
word.
word because I felt that also becoming a mom, because right after I had Jaden, I was still trying to hold on to like my single before mom life. And I had some people tell me about myself, but I wasn't trying to hear it. Like, I'm still outside. I'm still doing the things that I used to do before I was mom. And it's like, wait a minute. I had to just grow up and, like you said, realize those the people that I was around, I wasn't even really being my true, authentic self.
Right.
And it's okay. I'm still Killamilla
Hello?
in
Look.
a way.
Tuck
Come on. Come on.
Killamilla in a way, because I still, like, even though I am a mom first, I still, well, you know
I
what?
still belong to myself.
I still belong
Right.
to myself, and I
still belong to
can
myself.
have my days where I go back into that, but in a healthier way. Like, I can still be like, fuck it, and like you just said, like, have that still be a part of you, because I still feel like it's still there in a
Right.
way, but you have to let the other parts kind of shine because of
I think that's what,
responsibilities and
like,
stuff.
that piece of you, right? That's that black girl magic. That's that essence. But it's taking the trauma response off of it. It's taking the coping mechanisms off of it and realizing, like, Killamilla is just my most confident version.
Yeah.
And I can still be her because I'm not unsafe to not be her now. I was pretending in some regards because I was just trying to exude, the fake it till you make it kind of personality.
Yeah.
And it's like, actually walking in my truth, healing my past, I can totally be Killamilla because I owe that to myself.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be unhealthy behavior. Big Ange is still big motherfucking
Big
Ange.
motherfucking
Yeah.
Ange.
Okay? You know
Hello,
what I mean?
the
Like,
biggest.
I'm
but
glad
the
you embraced
chapters,
that.
they change and they morph, but like the love is what's intended to be continuous.
We're multifaceted, and that's okay. We can be a million different people.
Yeah.
Yang yang.
Y'all are lame. Keep healing, sister girls.
I
No.
feel like I just had to wait until exhale my man. I'm just
No,
I just
legit, we've arrived.
I know, I felt that too. Though. I love it. But you guys, we like to end every episode with some advice. I feel like Maya already gave hers. Does anybody else want to chime in?
Girl, I thought that was the advice.
I kind of feel like
That's why I was like, Maya, is that your advice?
I kind of
And then we went around.
But that
town.
was Maya's. I'm saying, do
Oh, I
you
thought
have?
everybody went. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. I thought everybody went.
yeah, mine
That
was talking
was
about
it.
grieving.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you say something?
No, I didn't, but we was running out of time.
She's trying to pull. I'm like, I'm not tripping because I didn't hear everybody. She gaslight me. She just gaslit me.
Zach said close. Damn.
He said close. The man been like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, close.
For 20
And making
minutes.
sure y'all see.
I ain't know if I need to wink at you or what.
That was so great.
I gave
So
him the
no
fast
advice?
handshake. Like,
Okay, so my advice is I don't really know if I got advice. I just really like me, and I was telling them before the show started that I had this project for 12th grade that I absolutely had to do. It was like a scrapbook about yourself, but going back and reading my 18-year-old thoughts about myself, I was like, girl, who is you? Like, who do you think you are? And so I realized
It was big gas.
girl. I was telling Abby,
Love
I
it.
was like, in the paragraph, it was like, I don't own sneakers or tennis shoes, so I don't wear them. I only rock stilettos.
thumps
In
the club. Yeah.
Crime Up was very much my song back then too. Like, yeah, I knew all the words to every song.
I'm here for this.
But yeah, so that was my thing, and it was like, I just discovered ballet flats this year, but ain't nothing like a pair of BCBG. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Oh, you was in it.
It was
You've been
ridiculous.
that.
You was
You've
in
been
it.
that.
But I've been there, and so I guess because that was me, literally reading this.
I just discovered ballet flats.
for me.
But I was
I know y'all
in
been
ballet
on
for
that.
like 2 years though at that point.
Oh my god.
And had done ballet as a kid. So I was
Shooter.
like, girl, you're being obnoxious. But no,
Shooter.
the point in all that is sometimes go back and try and revisit things that like old things you've written down,
Wow.
pictures, whatever. Because looking back at myself and even reading those different, because it's 12 chapters, I think, of different stuff. Some I don't even remember. And it just like, it kind of reaffirmed me that like we evolve. Like a lot of who we are stays the same, habits and things. But like a lot of who we are stays the same, but we change. The only thing constant is change. And I said that at 18. That was like in the last paragraph too. And I was like, girl, okay.
Yes.
Prophetic.
She's still
Okay.
there. She's been there.
She's been there.
and
so,
always gonna be there.
I was gonna.
yeah,
Say
but
that.
just I guess I would say don't be afraid to evolve. Like don't be so scared to let go of the things that make you. Just understand that they can evolve. And I feel like that's kind of
Good
what
advice.
Amen.
You got
that's
We'll end on
yeah.
that.
yeah.
See,
That was
I'm glad
beautiful.
you spoke.
I love it.
Okay.
All right, guys.
You and
Thank
your
you.
BCBG.
Yeah.
No, stilettos and pump.
Okay.
They still have that.
Girl, they
song.
was from Cana. She played too much. I don't know
She
who that
play
was.
too much.
The little Stone Hickory Hollow,
I ain't
girl.
mad at it. Come on, Hickory Hollow.
Thank you guys for watching.
Love it.
And wine.
And cool. No,
That was
y'all don't
good.
do that.
That
Just
was
That
good.
was snacky snack.
okay.
That was cute.
I was still looking